Hi, I'm Rodney J. Mouton, president of the Chillicothe Center for the Arts. The CCA is a 501c3 brainchild that was conceived some 6 years ago but finally birthed in the fall of 2018 with the sole purpose of providing a home for any and all arts-related groups or businesses to operate, to allow them to come together into a single place to generate a creative synergy. But much more than that, we wanted to give all of the Chillicothe community an opportunity to experience in a collective format the arts that would be much greater than the individual parts. And I want to make that clear right off. The Chillicothe Center for the Arts wants to be operationally and functionally invisible. We want to not only provide that rent-free home for other nonprofit organizations, but also give residency to all of the commercial arts businesses with their names on the doors and with their names in the windows. So we came up with this concept that we're calling Artify, which is not just a proper noun for the home where the arts organizations and businesses to come together. It's much more than that. Artify is also a descriptive verb for evoking or conjuring up communal inspiration. To artify is to metamorphose into something sensually pleasing, and to be a part of Artify means you growing in association with other creative minds to become an element of a larger, synergetic, and dynamic creative atmosphere. Artify is a place, but it's also a state of mind, and it's a process where the status quo is discouraged. So how do we do all that? Well, it really requires some pragmatic nuts and bolts development. Charles Adams had built this place on Locust Street in 1915, and it served as his Dodge Brothers car dealership for a while until he had sold the building to the Montgomery Ward's Corporation. The building was eventually donated to the city of Chillicothe with a stipulation that it could only be used for public benefit purposes. So in line with this, the city had donated it to the senior citizens of Livingston County, and it's been used for decades to provide critical services for seniors in Chillicothe. The downtowns of so many great cities and communities have spiraled into decline when they had fallen into disrepair. Storefronts became vacant, windows get broken, property values decline, and they become a place where resale stores begin to proliferate until they go belly up. The very core of the community loses its attraction for businesses that could otherwise provide an energetic and upscale shopping experience for a thriving and growing community. So Artify would reverse those spiraling dynamics in what has recently been designated as the Kelly Polling Arts District in the 400 block of Locust Street. It would change that downward spiral to one of optimism and one of hope, a place to shop in an atmosphere of safety and beauty. So to do that, the Chillicothe Center for the Arts had developed a strategy to convert the Adams building into a unique creative center. And here's the vision. The very top floor would house an intimate community theater. Chillicothe has an A1 theater at the Gary Dickinson Performing Arts Center, or the PAC, and I love going there, but it can, out of necessity, be an expensive venue, and it can thus preclude its use for smaller productions. The theater at Artify would bring a more intimate setting for those smaller productions, the local productions of a community theater group or a community jazz band, a personal event, or it could be used for simply rehearsals, or even a Thursday night karaoke night. The second floor with its expanse of glass windows would be perfect for someone wanting both a destination restaurant and one that comports thematically with downtown's Kelly Polling Arts District, and still suiting the needs of the Artify shoppers. So the bottom floor would be not only rent-free office space for arts organizations and councils, but there would also be space for a music store and studios for music teachers to mentor their students. But what about a record emporium or an art supply store, photo studio, and maybe a gallery, a quilt shop, or a fabric art store and gallery, maybe a small stand-up bistro with tables that spill out onto the sidewalk, or a maze of glass-walled office space or subscription meeting rooms in office spaces. Office space to rent by the hour or maybe even just shared by budding entrepreneurs. The variety of opportunities brings together a synergy that attracts not only the creative entrepreneurs, allowing them to exchange ideas, but also would be an inspiration to customers. Inspiration unleashed. So this is the artification of Chillicothe, a breath of fresh, invigorating air to downtown. The Chillicothe Center for the Arts needs your help, though. Chillicothe, working cooperatively as an organic and socially synergetic community, can work to revitalize the very core and the very heart of the most innovative city in Missouri. Become a part of the inspiration, become a part of artification, and become a part of Inspiration Unleashed. Please consider donating using that button down below. Your donation would be used for both the acquisition and the metamorphosis of the Adams building. I would thank you for listening.